All right, let's get right to it. Right around 1 o'clock, just a shade before it. Thanks for joining me. I'll try to make this as quick as possible. I know you're all busy. Take a look at this storm system winding up on the water vapor imagery now. We got a dry slot that's being sucked up into Iowa and now reaching into southern Minnesota. You'll see that here on radar in just a little bit. And then a beautiful trawl setting up also over southern Minnesota. Just a classic winter storm right now that is wrapping up over the upper Midwest, and it's going to continue to wrap itself as we go through the next 24 to almost as much as 48 hours here. Here comes the infrared satellite imagery. These are thunderstorms that developed over southeastern Minnesota. Not severe, but lightning and thunder in with the rain and freezing rain over southeastern Minnesota. And then, of course, that translated to real heavy snow from the Twin Cities on west and a little bit north. And that's continuing to take place. This is that trawl that I'm talking about. We call it a deformation axis that has set up right over southern Minnesota. Just a awesome looking snowstorm right now, and ice storm for that matter. Twin Cities radar also shows it beautifully. Here it comes. This is some of the heaviest snow you'll ever see in Minnesota now that is falling over much of southern and central Minnesota. Now, of course, southeastern Minnesota is rain and freezing rain. I'm going to draw the rain snow line. It's located right about here. So as you go southeast towards Red Wing and Rochester, it becomes rain, and Owatonna for that matter too. And then northwest of that, from about Lakeville and Hudson, Wisconsin, and Baldwin, Wisconsin, on west and north, that's where it turns to snow, and it's heavy. Some of the snow here now, and let's zoom in just a touch here. Some of the snow now in the southern and central Twin Cities metro is at about 1.5 to 2 inches per hour. It's not going to last much longer, probably till about 2 or 3 this afternoon. Then we're going to get a nice break. But by then, I expect much of probably right in this area here of Minnesota to have received anywhere from 4 to 6 inches of snow this morning and into early this afternoon. There are some totals out here in southwestern Minnesota and southeastern South Dakota that are already exceeding 10 inches, close to a foot out there. But yes, we're going to get into this dry slot now that is surging north into the southern Twin Cities metro as we speak. And on the nose of that dry air, that dry slot is where you get the most intense precipitation. So just an incredible amount of snow now falling in a short period of time across portions of southern Minnesota, especially the Twin Cities. Here we are, we're looking at the upper Midwest, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Temperatures in Rochester and La Crosse are in the mid 30s, low to mid 30s, so they're actually getting some melting there along with the rain. Then as we zoom into the Twin Cities metro, we're still in the mid 20s, so no doubt this is where that rain snow line has now set up, as it's 32 degrees in Red Wing, yet 25 in the Twin Cities metro. But eventually those low 30s, I think, are going to move into even the Twin Cities metro here as we go through time. Here's your future radar from the rapid refresh guidance. There it is. This is as of 1 p.m. now. It showed the real heavy snows over the Twin Cities metro. We get that nice break. We're still going to have spits of snow showers, flurries, probably as we go through the afternoon and early evening hours. And then the snow starts to increase in intensity again late this evening and overnight. And here we get that pinwheeling effect of the snow as it lasts in periods through much of the day tomorrow. In fact, look at this. Even as we go into tomorrow evening, still scattered areas of snow showers, even tomorrow evening over much of southern and eastern Minnesota and almost the whole state of Wisconsin. And I'm going to show the European computer model guidance one more time. Now, it hasn't changed hardly at all in the last 3-4 days. Neither has my snow totals mapped for the last 3-4 days. I'm still sticking with it, and we really have to give the Euro credit here because it has not wavered at all in its solution here, and it's done a fine job, at least up to this point, in depicting how much snow may fall. And here it is, the axis of snow, basically from Redwood Falls through the northwestern Twin Cities metro, then continuing northeast to the Spooner and Hayward, Wisconsin areas. Some of those, there will be pockets of up to a foot of snow in that heavy snow band, and in general, a good solid 6 to 10 inches for basically all of us north and west from the Twin Cities Metro west and north up to near the Brainerd area. And then, of course, as you head southeast into the Rochester, La Crosse, and Eau Claire areas, that's where you get that mixture of rain and snow that is really cutting into the snow totals down there. So, yeah, a lot going on, but it's panning out and it's evolving kind of as anticipated. And the timing graph that I sent you yesterday is still in play, at least for the Twin Cities Metro. Eventually, southeastern Minnesota, including Rochester, and then western Wisconsin, including Eau Claire, will get in on some snow later tonight and tomorrow. But they're going to have to wait down there. Meanwhile, just get the shovels ready, get your plows ready, because it's going to be a lot of work here over the next 24 to 48 hours across the Twin Cities Metro and Mankato. But again, I need to underline this. This is very important. I think the snow, at least scattered snow showers and zero tolerance type of event, is going to continue throughout Wednesday and into Thursday morning. All right. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Take care.